Could we do the A&W clip really quickly?
Sure.
Oh, yes. This is, related to an earlier story that I'm blanking on, but marketing managers really sort of owned the whole political news media.
Mm-hmm.
It was the gas stove. It was the gas stove thing, and then also the M&M's thing.
Right.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Which number is this?
The last clip.
Okay, so here we are on Fox Business. Maria Bartiromo, Cheryl Casson, speaking about the A&W root beer. This is important.
Finally, there is this. First, it was M&M's. Now it's root beer. Rudy, the great root bear. He serves as the mascot of A&W restaurants. He's now going to be wearing pants. Apparently, according to the company, Rudy's lack of pants was quite polarizing, they say. He's been on the job since 1963. The spokes bear, quote, is a 6-foot-tall bear wearing an orange sweater. We knew people would notice, even a mascot's lack of pants can be polarizing.
Oh, my God.
First it was M&M's.
It's ridiculous.
Now a bear has to have...
Oh, what are you crying? I mean, what is the problem?
It's just the woke police cancel culture has gone ridiculous.
Bartiromo wants to see that bear's dick.
Quit you crying!
So
There's a few things here. First of all, I didn't know. I didn't know A&W had a bear mascot. Second of all, I didn't know A&W had restaurants. There's no A&W restaurants in New York, at least in New York City. Third of all, they did not realize A&W clearly parodying the M&M statement, like down to the words, like the exact words and the format, the image, the social media image format, so that it was clearly a joke from A&W. Fourth of all, they're conflating the M&M's thing with the woke police, but the M&M's thing was about conservatives getting angry.
Yeah, they retracted it too. They caved under the pressure because of Tucker Carlson. So I'm just... Man, yeah, that went over their head.
And the social media manager for and I should say, if you look at this, this isn't just Fox News that's caught up in this. CBS News also took the bait. A&W tweeted on Tuesday that it decided to clothe its previously pantless bear character dubbed Rudy the Great Root Beer in denim jeans because and this is just social media managers for brands gaming the system of dumb political news reporters, both at Fox News and CBS News, acting like this is something real to talk about as opposed to say,
where is the bear's ass?
Yeah, right. When was the last time you thought about A&W root beer, let alone their restaurants? I mean, I remember them from before, but there you go. You get it in the news cycle.
How will Rudy the root beer bear throw it back anymore?
I got to give, some people a pass because we've just gone to the point where we're just catering to the lowest common denominator with half of this stuff anyway. And so satire has long since become completely indistinguishable from reality.
Yeah.
It's just the point where the right wing's culture war has become so esoteric and so hilarious if you're not the victim of it directly, but in some ways very petty that it's impossible to tell. They could tell me that the hamburger helper glove was trans or something now, and that the right wingers made it and turn into a mitten, and I'd be like, oh, that sucks. I guess they just throw tantrums every week about the most ridiculous things, and so I didn't know much about A&W because they've never existed in New York City as long as I've been alive. But I could believe that they're changing Dairy Queen to Dairy King because Sean Hannity's mad about it. It's just most of these companies just don't want to be in the news at all. It's a reality.
Well, but in this instance, this is great publicity for A&W. Now I'm craving one of those root beers. They're pretty good. Exactly. And the cream soda. That's not bad.
Just as long as it's not one of those combination A&W Long John Silver's things.
Reporters get mad about this sort of thing. I remember, this reminds me the Gorilla TV thing that Pixelated Boat did when Trump was first becoming president. Reporters get mad about falling for this sort of thing because they think that, their desire to be the first on the story should override your desire to have a funny joke online.
It is amazing, too, though, how connected conservatives feel to mascots for specific brands. Just goes to show how shallow their cultural connections are with any pieces of art or real art. It's kind of fitting, given their fealty to free market capitalism, that they're that upset about small, minute changes in little mascots for candies and root beer.
We're gonna no doubt see people who are craving for this shit try to replicate it so they can get attention. Like, no doubt about it. Ron DeSantis is going out there soon and demanding that Donald Duck and Winnie the Pooh start wearing pants. He's gonna go at all the Disney characters who aren't wearing various articles of clothing.
Yeah, the Charmin bears are groomers. Why do they keep showing my kids their asses? Good point.
When they put Minnie in pants in France, they threw a fit. You can't please them.
remember
you can't please
that.
them people.
Yeah, women should be in skirts.
Well, Minnie was shirtless for a while. She just wore a skirt for a long time.
Well,
So I'm surprised that they may have gotten their way there.
Yeah. All these people searching Eminem feet pics.
all right. Well, with that said, I'm hanging up the phone lines. Bye-bye. We are going to read some IMs and get out of here.
I think before you read it, Eminem should change their famous Christmas commercial to be about Kwanzaa as a sort of way to gesture to the woke left, after having to gesture to the right with this. So I think that's the only way we can make this fair. Like, replace the Santa Claus with, like, I don't know. I should know this. Who's like the king of black people?
Yeah.
I want to say Will Smith, but he's not really popular right now. But yeah, replace Santa with like James Earl Jones and do like a Christmas Kwanzaa thing. That really people's head to blow up. That's
a good idea. Too Deep State, horny show, clamors for big bear dick and ass. Yep. Mm-hmm. Bullprog, A&W stands for Antifa and woke. Mark Monkey, while I think it's brave to have the bear's dick out to own the libs, it always makes me uncomfortable when I was enjoying my float. Groucho Marxist, strap hanger refers to the leather straps on old subway trains to hold on to while standing. Okay. All right. That makes more sense. Matt, you heard that?
I did.
He wasn't paying attention. No. Strap hanger refers to the leather straps on old subway trains to hold on to while standing. Yeah. Okay.
Not the straps that the MTA's private police force used to beat fair jumpers.
I thought that it was backpacks, but that's dumb. Yeah, that was not the right answer. Okay.
The straps you got to pull yourselves up with to be able to afford the MTA fare.
Exactly. Roni fan, hot take, spending money on cleaning and maintaining the subway stations will reduce crime. People are influenced by their surroundings. Well, I don't know about that.
Yeah, they should clean. They should clean it. That's unrelated to the turnstile jumping. But I will say, if you make it about crime, then it lets them get rid of other stuff too, because that's one of the reasons we don't have toilets or public restrooms in our train stations anymore, because like it's meant to prevent crime. So it's easy to be like, oh yeah, I want them to stop crime in the subway and think that the only thing they're going to do is clean it, like literally like clean it. But it's like, no, they're just going to get rid of certain amenities that they will argue cause crime to be committed there, some that you might use, and a lot of them are just going to be because of financial reasons, like they want to cut back on having to spend for cleaning.
Right. Rob from Dedham. In Boston, the MBTA is spending $935 million on new fare collection systems, and it was reported last year it will cost another $30 million to operate it. New analysis is finding that it is going to cost way more than the increased revenue of more fare collections. So instead of $1 billion towards making it free, we are paying $1 billion for literally no benefit. Oh my God.
Well, the benefit is to, stratify society more through price discrimination.
I should say they were able to clean the subways every day during COVID, despite the fact that people weren't taking it. So I don't see how it could be, related entirely to the fares.
Lumpy from Queens, if NYC subway fares were cheap, say like $1, the economy in New York City would absolutely boom. As it is now, you have to add an additional $5.50 to the cost of doing anything, going to a movie or going out for dinner. $5.50 is the price for a round trip. Yep. Yeah.
And if you don't think that adds up, you probably shouldn't be commenting on people evading fares.
Prairie Fire Kowalski, if you can figure out those subways, your reward should be a free ride. Just charge the tourists. Kowalski had a hard time with the subway in New York. Woke Fetus, who